It is out. Jay, why is it every time you and I do a podcast together, you're always sitting in a cart?
Because I'm always picking my kids up.
Wow. Dad of
That's
the year right there.
that's probably the only time I get to sit in the car for an hour on my phone, unless I'm going somewhere long on a trip.
Yeah. Well, Bobby, what's going on?
Hey, everything's good. How are you doing, Nate? Hi, everybody.
Living the dream here. Just trying to still come down from that Super Billiards Expo. That's always a heck of an event, and it always drains you by the end of it.
Not kidding.
I bet you're just absolutely knackered, Jay. Running the booth end.
Um, I'll tell you what's up with me, man. I literally came back from the expo, and so before the expo for about 3 weeks or something, I woke up one morning, I had a sore toe, a big toe, and I was like, that's weird. I'm like, I was fine when I went to sleep anyway. Left it, and it kept getting sore every day. And then after the expo, literally my toe was so bad that as soon as the expo got done and left the expo and got in the car, I didn't put my shoe back on. I haven't had the shoe back on since then. So um,
Brutal.
I had to go to the foot doctor and see what was up with my foot. Anyway, I had like sprained my toe really, really bad, and my toe was out of place. So I had to get it pulled back into place.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, so I haven't been able to do anything for the last since the expo. I've done literally nothing. We went away. We were supposed to go away for a week with the kids because they had a week off school, and I ended up only going away from Friday, Saturday, and came back on Sunday. And I literally went to the swimming pool, um, went and did a couple of things, but I couldn't even stand on my foot. It was so sore. I went back to the lady and had a little bit of therapy again on my foot, but right now I can't put a shoe on. So you might see me playing the World Pool Masters with one shoe and the other
So
one. I'm
it's got
not
to be
sure.
black. Black
Not
duct tape.
sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what it's going to look like. But yeah, obviously I can play a little bit. I can move about and I'm fine. But the pain is just it's unbelievable. It feels like I broke my toe, and the left hand side of my foot is completely like numb and shooting pains. It's so weird, just out of nowhere, you know. So I've not the expo didn't do my foot any good.
Maybe you're onto something. Maybe a dislocated toe makes you play better.
I was thinking that too. That full time I was at Streetlights with Bobby and that, or should I say down in Virginia.
Yeah, my billiard studio. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously there I was had a sore foot while I was there. I was playing in flip flops as well. But the lady said maybe it's due to having bad footwear or not wearing shoes that are tight enough and stuff like that. So I have been at home before that. I was at home for like a month and a bit. There wasn't really many tournaments, and I had just like been wearing kind of flip flops the full time. So maybe that's what caused it.
Maybe you need to get some Louis Vuittons.
No, now I'm going. I don't care what I look like now. I don't care if I look so bad, man. I need to get shoes um, that have got proper, um, inserts in them and stuff like that. I've already got a couple ordered, but I have to go back to this foot doctor. They took a scan of my feet, and they're gonna have some inserts made for me. So hopefully that'll help. But I'm just hoping my toes okay. For I fly at 11 o'clock tonight, man, and my foot's so sore. Like I mean, it's so I can't even go swimming or nothing. I can't do nothing. I've did nothing for the last week. Absolutely
Your
nothing.
direct flight.
Yeah.
That makes it a little easier then. You don't have to
Ye-
worry about hustling in between a connection flight or anything.
No, I know. I'm just worried about my toe being like so sore when I'm in the air. You know what I mean? Because like when I mean it's sore, I'm talking like right now I'm in pain. You know. And when I'm standing about or doing something, the pain sometimes gets so sore I can't bear it. It's like it's just weird. Feels like my toes broke, but I can move it about, if that makes sense, and I can feel everything. It's weird. So yeah, hopefully it's all right by the next few days. But I've not really been active the last week.
Yeah, did you watch any of the Ultimate Pool?
Yeah, I watched it because I was in the house, stuck about,
What'd
not
you think
doing
of it?
anything. Yeah, it was all right. It was decent. Should make the pockets a little bit tighter.
Yeah, that's 4.5-inch pockets. That's pretty big for bar table
Yeah, it's big. It should be 4
at that
inch.
level.
Should be 4 inch. Anyway, it was good. It was a good little watch. It was worth a watch, and it was something to watch while I wasn't doing nothing. So I enjoyed it. They asked me to play, but I'm glad. I said I would play, and then I pulled out because my foot was too sore, man. I was trying to put it off and put it off, and Ara kept saying you should go see the doctor, and I'm like, nah, I'll be all right. It's just like I just thought it was maybe like like a little bruise or something, or maybe I had banged it, something like that. I wasn't expecting it to be my toe out of place and sprained really bad. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Maybe next time I can play, or maybe there won't be anything on the next time. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think the format is kind of fun. I mean, Bobby, did you watch any of it? What did you think of the format?
Unfortunately, I didn't. I've been so busy. I apologize. I'm still playing catch up. I'm opening up a new billiard room and a billiard studio, and have just been massively taking all my time right now.
Well, nice. Let's hear about that.
Well, we're looking at the end of summer, hopefully. Gonna have a nice big place. I took Jay by it, and so he got to see it. It hasn't got under construction yet, but everything's signed, sealed. It's just we're gonna get a whole big room full of rafts and pool tables, and then we're gonna have the private billiard studio for the straight pool, and we're gonna have Jayson down there as often as he likes, of course. And also got the women's event that's going to be coming up, and got a lot of women ready to play. So we should pretty much be nonstop action, where people should be coming in 3, 4, 5 days at a time, at least 3 players a month. The women players, that is. And it's for a great thing for the V Foundation. I mean, in coordination with Jeanette Lee for cancer research. So we're really looking forward to that. We've only had a couple players in, but of course, we had to move from another place where we first were associated with. It was an unstable environment, and then I got a private billiard studio for 6 months, and that lease is up. So we're going to be a few more months before we can do any straight pool. But when we do, it's going to be at a whole new, big, better level.
So, are any of the ladies or any of the? I mean, obviously, we're going to talk about Jayson here in a little bit, but any of the ladies, is that public knowledge yet, or can we promote
Yeah, I
anything
mean,
here?
I can. Yeah, I mean, Jeanette's going to help out with a few people, but certainly
The,
we
the
have
first
over
the
20
first
players signed
lady,
up now.
the first lady, Bobby Shane Van Bowen, right? Skylar will back me up on that one.
I'm going to leave that up to y'all, okay?
Nah, I'm just joking. That's a little inside joke between. I didn't know if you ever seen that. Did you?
Yeah, I saw you did. It was funny.
Did you see that? No. Did you ever see that video where they had the level up? You know that level up billiards, Nate?
I didn't see it. No,
Level up two billiards. You
I
know
didn't see it. No.
oh
Yeah, I know who it is. It.
they had Skylar on there, and he was with Ashley, and they were playing a money match against Shane, I think, and they were asking who's the prettiest female on tour, and Skylar was like, Shane Van Vaughn. and Ashley just looked at him and burst out laughing. So that was a little funny joke.
Well, for player wise, for the women's event, I know this should be all mostly Jayson here. What we're talking about what he accomplished. We'll go across, and I'm still mesmerized over what this young guy did. But so anyway, a long list of players. We have about 20 so far. A couple more confirmed from the expo. Already have jerseys made for them. So we're looking pretty. I mean, if you want to know like the player, Kelly Fisher, both Christina Tkach and Christina Slateva, Joanne Mason Parker just commit. Savannah Easton's going to play. Still waiting to hear from Allison Fisher and Jasmine Ocean, but said let her handle that. She'll get players in. The women's world record is 152. I do think there's a good possibility that that is going to be broken, and maybe even multiple times. Jeanette Lee has that record, by the way. So we're hoping to reestablish the women's world record, and have that on video. And obviously, we're hoping for the men's record to be broken again. I really think Jay has got an 800 or 900 in him for sure. After the last time that he came here this last week, I don't know how you would say it because he knows so much, but in a terms of a person at my level seeing straight pool, he's still getting better. Can you even say that? He's really starting to see a lot more of the break shots, and every table you play on plays a little different, so you got to learn the table too. So he had a little warm up for a few hours just on the first night he come in. Then the numbers start coming in aggressively. He broke the 200 mark 6 times in the first day. I mean, where do you hear stuff like this from? Before he did it five times in one day. He had high runs of 323 and then 560 with just amazing in precedent. So um, an unedited videos. He has 3 unedited videos of over 500, 2 of which you can just go right to our video page on the Legend of Pocket Billiards and see those videos for free. If you'd like to purchase a 714 video, you can contact Jason directly or me, and we'll ship you. We have, um, and hopefully, and as a good piece of history and a nice video that we put together with Jason, only doing commentary, search the authenticity, signed picture, and such. But I think we're looking at Jason's look at Thousandville. That's his goal, and certainly, um, I think that would
Thousandville.
put it in. That would put it into all men's high runs permanent. That happened. It's really put. To be honest with
Oof.
you, the 714 has put a dampening on it because a few of the top players have backed out. They just said it's too much. It's just way too far. Look at the pain that Jason's in now, and he's a healthy guy, and he's got back pain from it. He got foot pain from it. I mean, it's excruciating for a player to do, and physically, but mentally, I think Jason is probably the strongest guy I've ever met playing pool. To get up, and run 3 or 400 balls, and then have something happen, where you get hit or a ball skid, your run ends, and he wants to start immediately in 1 second, start right back to one rack. I mean,
Bobby
it
wants to
just
take a bathroom break, and Jason's over here like, "Get started
I,
oh
again."
my
I
god,
look,
and he doesn't want
I
to let
look
me.
over and Bobby's sweating, and I'm like, Bobby, rack him, and he's like 5 minute break, and I'm like, oh, okay then, okay, But the 5 minute break does me the world of good, and I know what, Bobby would rack them up. I know that he's not all about that. He's about doing whatever like needs to be done, but he knows that the 5 or the 10 minute break just to go outside and take a little bit of fresh air and talk about it and be like, hey, you just ran fucking 400 bolts. Sorry for the swearing.
It's all
He
right. We're
goes,
explicit. You're good.
he goes, you just ran 400 balls, he says, and then something crazy happened, and then the next inning, he says, you ran like 350. He goes, well, we just need that not to happen, he says, and then you put them together. And that's what happened the last time when I ran 714. So I get that. So those little breaks are good, and obviously he wants it anyway because I know that I've got him on his toes. My phone keeps sliding down here, man.
Yeah, the only
Dang
person
it.
that's feet hurt more than you is probably him,
Well,
chasing you around all the
I,
time.
I don't know. He gets to sit down. He gets to sit down after, you know what I mean? Like for like a minute.
I got butt sores
um,
though. But what I
yeah,
will say
obviously
Yeah.
it's
too,
tough.
Jason's runs. Oh, my back's killing me. But Jason's runs, if you're ready for this, have gotten quicker. Now imagine that. He just ran 40 racks in 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 24 seconds. So under 2 hours, he ran 40 racks. If you all want to do the math there, that's pretty quick. So that is quicker. It's rate just barely quicker than his 714 run. We did the math on
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it's wild. But once you're in that groove and you understand it, you know what I mean, Bobby? Like you get it though. You know what I mean? Like you see it, and you get how to do it. There's sometimes where you could get someone to do it and they could be fumbling at certain points or not doing things properly, you know what to do, so it makes it easier on me.
Well, I think we've
Well,
all figured out a lot what to do, and I can't rack any quicker. We have a template that's built into the table. I'm sure Nate, you know that, but to
yeah.
explain it, I played in a lot of pool in Japan. I played in the All World Nine Ball Championship several times, and over there they have that little clear sticker template, and that's basically what we're using. But we use the template for several reasons. First of all, even in the guidelines, it says to get the balls as tight as possible, so you can get the balls tighter that way, which is fair to the player. The next thing is that I can rack quicker. But the number one thing is it keeps the rack honest. If you're using putting it in the decals on those little dots with your hands, you can't rack high, you can't rack low, you can't rack sideways. So it's done.
Racking high, why
Un-
can't you run high? That'd help out a lot, wouldn't it?
Yeah, of course,
You could
but
just rack them wherever you
no,
want.
no.
what Bobby's saying there is totally right though, because you've got these
Yeah.
little things on the table and the balls are going in the same spot all the time. As to now, when you're racking with a triangle and the lines might not be drawn properly on the table, who can see that stuff when the ball's racked higher or racked a half inch lower? You can't see it, man. In that game, or I should say, in the high run, those little tiny little adjustments to seeing a ball high or low or going into a ball from a break shot is massive. So I think those little, yeah, the balls might open easier, but you're getting the same rack over and over. And listen, it doesn't matter if it's that easy. Go run 800 balls then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the other
Like,
point too,
this rack is so easy, man. I could run this
it's
amount of balls. Okay, go ahead. You know what? Go, come to where I'm at. I'll let you get on the same table. I'll rack the balls for you, and you can bet whatever you like. You can bet whatever you like. I'll count your racks for you. I'll let you do it, and then bring as much money as you want.
that's
You will
correct.
sit there, and we'll sit there for as long as you want as well.
I'll match what anybody wants to bring, any amount. I think we lost Jay for a second. Yeah, so
The
anybody
internet
wants to
the
do that,
internet
we'll
couldn't
match
handle
it.
that rant.
But it's still hand racking. So I want to let you know, unlike and not every ball's perfectly tight all the time. We've looked at this. Unlike a Sardo rack is a machine. That's not even a rack. You know what I mean? If we use a Sardo rack, his runs would probably be even higher, to be honest with you. Because it puts impressions down into the cloth, and it's like a machine that just grips the balls to glue to each other. Now, of course, a starter rack is a little wider, but that you still have a black outline, so you still can fit the balls in there. Not any time on Jason's 714 run was a break shot within one time a ball was within 3 inches of the black outline. So what we're doing is kind of like an in between. You know what I mean? But the main thing is it keeps the rack honest. You can't use a wood rack and the dots both. You're going to use the dots, you have to put them in by hand. No heaters, nothing like that. Of course, now you got to understand something. We're talking about an elite player here, Nate, with Jayson. He's very unique, okay? Me and Nick both agree the same thing, and Nick Varner, I'm speaking of. Jayson has the ability, he kills the cue ball better than anybody we've both ever seen play. We've both seen the best. Now, that being said, um, you got brand new cloth. We have a dozen sets of brand new pool balls and they're polished. Of course, the pockets will seem like they're easy, but it's a factory gold crown one we're using on this particular one from 1962. But anytime when you have brand new cloth and brand new balls, of course the pockets play easy, but you have to control the cue ball. Jayson scratched from some weird angles sometimes too because the ball just doesn't slow down. You have to have the ability to kill the cue ball, or even top players won't even run 100 on that table. It's not as
I
easy
mean,
as it looks.
it's no, I get it. So, Jason, when are you making your next attempt?
When my foot heals up.
When your foot
Nah, do you know what? Like, when I don't have time right now, so I'm about to set off tonight, and then I fly to London, stay there for one night, and then fly to Germany on the 24th. Then I play my match on the 25th, and then hopefully that goes well. Um, and I end up going deep in that tournament, and I leave there on the 29th, fly to London, fly to Scotland on the 29th, stay there until the 6th, I believe, or the 5th, and then drive to the UK Open. and then fly back home on the 13th of May, and then I stay home until the 28th of May, and then I'm gone until August after the European Open. I'll be back home. So I'm
So
gone for three. I'm gone for like 3 months, man. I go to Dubai, to Saudi, back to Dubai, then hopefully Indonesia, and then Thailand, and then from Thailand back to Europe, and hopefully go to Greece or Norway, and then go play the UK Open. Not the UK Open, the European Open, and then come back home. I might go to I think it's Finland. They're having a tournament, a World Nine Ball tournament there. Town, I think so.
sure,
So
yeah,
I'm
the town classic or something.
yeah, something
Town
like that.
Open.
So yeah, so I'm gone. So I'm
He is gone. He's right.
haha, that's funny how that just happened. I said I'm gone. Yeah, so it's just where I'm sitting, man, outside the school. I'm waiting on the kids. 1 second.
Well, Bobby, perfect timing. You need to get Ina Copland involved in your the ladies straight pool. She just ran 146. Did you see that?
Yeah, I don't know her or anything about her, but certainly,
Would you
if
like
she
me to
wants
reach
to,
out?
if she wanted, yeah, if somebody wants to reach out to her and have her forward to me,
What?
I'll be glad to get her a jersey and she can come play. As long as she knows that it's a benefit for cancer, and but I am doing some prize money for the women, even though it's a benefit too. So, and of course, if the women's high run gets beat, the way that it works is you don't get paid right then for the bonus because we got to wait till the whole event is done, and then whatever the highest run is that beats the record, in case there's multiple, that's where the payouts will be, because obviously
Sure,
I'm not going to keep paying out like 10 grand every time somebody breaks a record. So
sure.
um,
Well, she ran. I think in 1 week time she ran a 99 and then a 146. That's
I
pretty
thought it was
Well,
strong.
140. I thought it was 149. 146. Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I think
go. I'm gonna go back home and go on the live stream and run a 147 and then stop.
good idea.
I'm joking. That's
Don't worry, we'll kick Jason out for being rude.
Nate,
Bye,
he
Jason.
told
that.
me,
That's
okay,
good. What? That's good.
Jake,
146 and one. What did you say? 190 what?
A 99 and a 146 in like a
Oh, I
week.
thought you said 199. I was gonna say, wow, that's
That'd be the
impressive.
women's record.
Yeah, that's impressive.
score by a racker. I said, well, I can have the run. And he told me, he says, well, keep the right score, don't mess up. So he put at 1,000. I don't know, but if he gets there,
For
that's up to
me,
him. What's that?
I'm not committing to anything. I'm not committing to
Oh,
anything. I'm
oh,
I'm
you told me
going
you would stop
till
on 1,000 if
I
you
either
got there.
miss.
Okay,
Yeah, I was just
I
joking. I
believe
wouldn't
1,000's
stop. The
out
only
there.
way I'd
I do.
stop is if I couldn't stood
I
up.
mean, I really do. I mean, if you look at his
If it,
714, he had a 154 right before that, and had a funny break shot that was almost impossible to make, which he hung in the hole. So right there, that's almost 900. So we know that for Jayson anyway, it's reachable.
hello, I'm back. No, I think I just ran 560, and then the inning before it, I ran what, Bobby? 199.
Well, let's
I
ask
have
a
to go.
little.
It was, yeah, I think it was. I think it was. I think it was that one of those 238s. To be honest with you, I have to look back.
I, I I have to give this lady this number. Wait 1 second.
Sorry. Well,
Hello,
we can.
374.
We'll just give him a little privacy, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
No,
Okay.
I think Ina Copland might be a great addition to your. I'll reach out to her and ask her if she's interested in doing it.
Yeah. Like I said, we have basically. We're hoping to have this place open in September, so we'll have the women players, different women player there every time. Except we're obviously Jason's going to schedule something in between sometime or another when his foot gets better and he's not as wore out. He's got something in his hand.
Nine ball,
Um,
let's go. 9 ball, let's go. Let's
and
go.
9 ball hoodie.
yeah, so yeah, so we're definitely interested in that for sure. I mean, just get her you get some jerseys made for her and put her in the box. Our place is 15 minutes from Washington National Airport, so certainly can pick everybody up and get them there.
Yeah, it's the easiest place to get to, and that new place that they've got looks sick. I went to it. I stopped past and looked at it. The place is absolutely huge. Yeah, it should be good when it's ready. And everybody who goes there to play straight pool will enjoy it. No matter if it wasn't there or the other place, they would still enjoy it. It's good when you're playing the straight pool. It's nice and cozy, you know. And nobody there like kind of like to put you off or anything like that. Saying that, when I ran the 714, there was a bunch of people there. So I don't. I think a few people would like to have it more private. I like it when it's quiet though. You know, you can really get dialed in. And yeah, I think if I can get there and play for, if I could play the straight pool for like 2 or 3 weeks straight, I will crack it halfway through it. I know I will. It's mostly to do with how long you can play. You know, how long you can last, how long you can go through that real motion of um you know, getting bad beats and getting unlucky and getting bad rolls and, you know, maybe missing on a big number and then getting up and having to do it straight again, you know, and doing it. You can't just play for. I'm doing big runs in 2 hours, you know what I mean? And which would probably take a lot of other people 4 hours. So, yeah. Um, I think it'd be tough for other people. I think there's only maybe one person that could maybe do it. It's probably Filler, you know, speed wise. Um, that's the only person I could really feel that could have a chance of doing it, just because you have to be you have to be super quick. You know what I mean? You have to be willing to put the racks together. Hey, bud.
Anyway, we've talked to Bobby. We've talked about Josh doing it in the past. Are you going to get him on at some point in time, or is he interested, or what?
It's
He
okay.
just approached me at the Derby, and he said he's in. He came up to me. So
Cool.
sometime or another, that's probably going to happen. And Pia's coming to play in the women's event.
Sure.
So
Might as well.
we
You might as well do side by side tables when you get. Is that possible?
probably just one table. We're going to have a pool room full of rassins, you know, including, so you know, we're going to have two 4-inch rassins that are going to be
Connor
just
left his
like
toys,
the.
his little toys in the classroom. Can you see if you can?
Hold on
Yeah,
one second
you
here.
can.
So we're going to have in our place, we're going to have a pool room full of rassins, and of course the one Brunswick for the straight pool. But two of the rassins will be 4-inch pockets with gray cloth. So all the Moscone Cup players are more than welcome to come by and practice on the table. Probably going to get a few of them there together at one time. You know, America and Europe. So they're certainly welcome to come play. So to be basically the same table, same balls, and everything. Which of course you don't see those tables too often. So it'd be a good little hangout for them to come and practice, and certainly welcome anytime. So, um, yeah. So, but only one table for the straight pool, Nate, at a time, because that's how our cameras are set up. You know, not that we're worried about the BCA, but certainly having two cameras is good. We have an overhead and then another one, and you know, an OBS system. We could do it on multiple tables, but it would just be it'd be a lot of work. I mean, I put my time in racking the balls, and Jayson probably isn't going to have another. If he comes back anytime soon, I don't think he's going to have another person rack. We kind of built a good teamwork there, where we get it done at the right pace. You know.
Well, we tried it before. We had two people that came in and tried to rack in between. It just doesn't work. You know what I mean? It just, it doesn't work. One person's slower, the other person might be a little bit nervous. You know, they're not too good at like in certain positions. You know, to when I say something or you know, maybe I'm mad or whatever. You know what I mean? Like they might take it the wrong way. Bobby knows, you know, how I'm going about it and what I mean when I say something. You know what I mean? I'm not just saying it for no reason.
So what you're telling me is Bobby's a better punching bag than most people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know we know now. I'm in the UFC. We won't comment about that, right? But anyway,
No. Yeah, since Bobby's into the UFC, Bobby's next fight's in a couple of weeks.
yeah,
Oh
next
yeah,
month I think.
sounds
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Running those stairs, getting ready for it.
Well, I'm not eating as many cheeseburgers.
Ah,
Hey, sometimes that's good enough.
Yeah,
So
Jay's got me on no sodas now, so I'm just drinking water.
Yeah, that's
that's
it.
good. It's good.
Yeah.
So Bobby,
Water.
who else you got on your radar besides Jay for it?
And the men's?
Yep. Or
Well,
we talked about the women's.
Whoever wants it. Whoever wants it.
yeah. Scheduled players are people that were going to come this year. Lee Van just reached out, so he's going to be coming.
Oh.
Because he'll be in the area, and when he stays in the area here with Alex Brokovich, has a home that's right down the road with his daughter, so he's going to come for a couple days. Like I said, Joshua said that he wants to come sometime. He approached me about that, but again, these guys have such busy schedules. It's hard to pin them down. Federer had always shown an interest to play, but you know, he's been going through some back issues, I know, of the last couple of years. So you got to really put in the time. You can't just go and play 3 hours in a day, put up 100 or 200 ball run and quit and call it a day. You have to be dedicated to play literally like 8 and 12 hour sessions, or you're not going to put up any 300 and 400 plus ball runs, because you're
Yeah.
just going to have things that are going to happen to you that you can't get around, like the ball's locking up or not getting a shot after the break, and you got to be able to put up multiple
Here's
big
a good.
runs, Nate.
That's a good
Yeah.
question for Jason. How long would it take Jonathan Hennessy to run 500 balls, Jay?
Maybe as long as it would take him to run 9 racks.
So 2 to 3 hours.
No way.
Nah, I'm just joking. Oh fuck, no, man. You're talking a good. What, to run 500 balls? You're talking at least 6 hours, at least, and that's me being nice.
Well, wasn't 6 hours about what did it take John?
John Schmidt's.
Wasn't his about 4 hours?
I think his was 6 hours or something. 6 hours, and I think his was 6 hours and 6 hours and 26 minutes.
That sounds like a number that's relevant.
Well,
Hey, who
did he not?
knows?
Did he not?
Show us the unedited video.
Did he not
We'll count the
run?
minutes.
Did he not? Did he not run? Yeah, I'm sure it was. It was. He ran what, 6 hours and 6 hours and 26 minutes. He ran 626 balls on the 26th of something. I can't remember what it was. It was all like one big like coincidence.
It
Something
was
like
on
it all
it
just
was on
like clicked in and like.
on 527.
It was
Yeah,
on
or something.
six. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, something like that. It was all like a big like mystery how it all came about. We just broke that record on that date and everything. Just
It really
I
doesn't
don't know.
matter.
I still try.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what does matter though, because I would like to see it though. That's the
Me.
thing. How do you see it? How do you come about to see that video? Like, how do you
The
get to see that? Because I've not seen.
the unedited version. I've offered money for it. I'll be glad to pay for it. Just tell me the price. An
I just want
unedited
to see
version.
it. Like, how can we not see it? I've heard before that it doesn't matter now because I'll beat it. It's irrelevant. Well, that's not, because that's like saying, well, I'm not gonna watch that movie because the new one's out. Well, I'd always watch the first one, right? You know what I mean?
Well, here,
So
guys. Here's what it does matter. As a friend to Willie Mosconi, I was one of his friends, and I haven't talked to his son Bill in a while. It's really disrespectful to the Mosconi family. Also, you got to put this out for public view and let everybody see it. All the other streams that the guy had done were free live streams. All of a sudden, a 600 ball run. Put it out there. There's no reason to. You got paid for videos. Put it out a video. We all buy a video.
yeah,
Whatever he sells his videos for, I'll give him 100 times whatever the sale is for one video, just to time it to see it. That's what it is. Because as far as we're concerned, only
yeah.
one person beat Mosconi's 526.
As we're
It was a
concerned, only one person.
it was a real weak, unknowledgeable BCA representative that passed that through in 5 seconds. Where Jayson had to go through 4 committees with a video.
I had to go through people that were already dead and still had to vote on it.
Well, I mean, I've been trying to see that video for a long time too. I still haven't seen it either. So I've been asking to see that for a long time. I don't know you. I don't even know at this point. You probably can, but
Well,
neither here nor there.
that's what I mean. Like, how do you get away with having a record and not having it all like sanctioned and everything like that, but nobody can see it? Doesn't make any sense to me at all. Okay, bud, go ahead. Go.
Well,
Go
it's broken
inside.
now. It's
Oh,
Well,
broken
one
now
thing,
twice.
yeah.
It's broken twice now, huh?
Well, the
All in the
500,
mm.
same day,
Mosconi's
on the
record has
same
got
run.
beaten twice. And when Jason just
Yeah.
ran the 540, I don't think he knew where he was at count wise in accordance with Mosconi's 526. I don't say nothing to the count. I only said something when it got to 540 because it's even 400. And every now and I'll say 300 or something like that. But I never announced 500. I didn't want to bother him. And Jason's on a pace, you know what I mean? I don't want something going in his head. Just keep it going. Now, when he had beat the number before, the first time when he ran to 714, he was. But this time I didn't bother saying anything to him, and he flew. He flew right through that rack where he beat the 526 again. So I think it's what 38 racks and 8 balls or something. So, um, but certainly he'll know when he gets to 70 that he needs 71 racks and 6 balls to reach the 1,000.
Yeah, listen, it's definitely there. It's there, but like you said, Bobby, man, it's hard work, man. You got to be willing to play from like you got to be willing to play from like 10 until like 5. You know what I mean? Or like 11 until like 6. You got willing to play 7 hours, then you take a 2 hour break, and then you got to be willing to play from like anywhere from 8 until like 5 in the morning at least.
I mean, realistically, if you're gonna run the 100, it took you over 2 hours to do the 714, right? It was
Yeah.
like
230,
just shy of 3 hours,
239.
yeah, just shy of 3 hours. So theoretically, I mean, you're not doubling it up, but as you're getting further and further into the racks, you slow down. So I'm guessing it probably takes you the same amount of time it takes you to run 500 as it did for the last 214 balls of your run. If you add another 300 to that, I mean, those are probably going to be at the same pace or even slower than those 200. I mean, you're probably looking at a realistically about a 5 hour run, just about.
I would say
No,
I, I would
If
say
you, I mean,
about
if you, I would assume you're going to slow down towards the end. Maybe you wouldn't.
I would say about 3. I would say about 3 hours and 30 minutes
yeah,
maximum.
that's about right. About 3 hours
Maximum
and 30, 345.
3:45, 3:30. Because once I get to 700 and whatever, I'm at like 2 hours and 30 minutes, man. And within that hour, I'm definitely running another 10 racks. You know what I mean?
And
That's
the
a
other thing
hundred.
too,
That 10 racks. That's 140 right there. You know that's me. That's me 840, and then I only got another 10 racks. Yeah, no problem. 10 racks. I run 10 racks in fucking 14 minutes.
not quite that, but yeah, it's quick.
Well,
I
what
mean, it's,
was it
yeah.
the last time? What was the crazy numbers? Was it like 18 minutes or something? 19 minutes?
I think it was actually 20 minutes, but that's the same thing. Yeah.
Oh man, there must have been the ones that were quicker than that, Bobby. Had to be.
I Well, I'm racking really when I have the balls in my hand. I'm out of there now. Usually when I have the balls in front of me, it was about 14 seconds. I've got 2 seconds quicker on average. I'm at 12 seconds to rack the balls. So I'm trying to save all the time I can. Now, what people don't know is that Jason is trying to run his first 7-10 racks as quick as he can, and that's to conserve energy when he starts getting to. So when he gets through 10 racks, that he gets 20 to 30. Of course, he's going to slow down because he's not quite free stroking as much. But he's trying to run his first 7 to 10 racks really, really, really fast. So if you see him something happen quickly, it's because he's trying to play quickly.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the rhythm going. So once I get into that rhythm and I get to like the 140, and then I can get to like 200, that's when I start like kneeling down and like really like, trying to get in the zone. If you get in the zone too early, you burn yourself out. You know what I mean? You gotta be willing to. You gotta be willing to play. fast and try and put a good few racks together. If you try and focus on every rack, that's why I think a lot of players couldn't do it. You know that.
It'd be pretty tough.
Well, they'd just be broken. They'd be broke. They'd go to wake up the next day and they'd be like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean? Like, what happened there? Like, how can I not feel my left shoulder? Like, honestly, got to a
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
It got to a point in that second day when I played for like 10 hours straight. My my shoulder blade and the top of my arm and everything was all numb, man. And I was moving it, and I'm like, holy shit! Like that's just from like bending down and just doing the same thing over and over and over and over, without really taking a break. And I only did 2 days the last time, or 2 and a bit days. So
Yeah.
I really feel like if I gave it a couple of weeks, I would have a chance of doing it. But it's just finding the time, like Bobby said, to get people there and get players there. It's tough, especially with the scheduling now. Like I'm about to go away for like 3 months right now. So
Yeah.
We did have an idea, because I'm not going to have our straight blue events closed down till probably mid September is my guess. That if Jason feels good and his foot feels up to it, and he starts to heal, and he has some time that's free, then we're going to take that table up to Connecticut, and then I'm going to come back home, and then he has breaks every day where he might be able to play for about 3 hours every day, and just try to crack every day so he can kind of set his own pace where he doesn't burn himself out as much.
Sure.
So
oh shit,
Are you dying?
fuck. Oh man, shooting pains dude on my foot are unbelievable.
Oh,
Can't
just the
even
thought of
I can't even take an ice bath. I can't do none of that stuff. I can't do nothing. Like literally can't do nothing.
the idea of that. The idea of that, Bobby, apparently didn't sit very well with Jay.
well, that's
My
what I'm saying.
just you
He needs to
talking,
heal.
just you talking about
Just you
that, my
talking
foot.
about it.
Yeah, just you talking about it. My foot was dude, like the pain is incredible. Oh, holy shit.
We both have it. I mean, I wasn't playing, but my back has been having stabbing pain like crazy. Even, you know, look at what Jason did after he runs the 560. He goes home and rests for about 30 minutes, literally, and then he has to get ready and get everything organized for the show. He sits there. He's playing pool 12 hours a day practically with people. Well, 10 hours a day with people. His only break is to go and play when his matches for the for the players championship there.
Uh,
So there's no break. So I can understand why his foot's all swollen on top and on the bottom.
well, it's not really that, man. It's just I don't know. Something's obviously happened to my toe where it got like heavy sprained, and somehow it managed to like get out of place where instead of my toe going straight, it was going to the right hand side. And I was saying to Aura like a few days ago, does my toe look like it's going to the right hand side? And she was looking, she was like, no, they look the same. And I'm like, my right toe looks like it's going that way. And she was like, nah. And then I went to, and as soon as the lady pulled this thing, and she's like, your toe is sore over here. And I was like, yeah. And then she yanked it, and she's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to move it back into place. And I'm like, did you not just do that? And she was like, no, I just grabbed it to see where it was sore. And I'm like, oh god. She yanked this thing, and I could hear it. It just clicked right back into place. But since she did that, man, honestly the pain's been. I thought I could put my shoe on the last couple of days, but I'm not. I have to. I think I might have to like tape my toe together next to the one next to it, just so I can move it around a little bit.
Yeah, he sent me a picture when he had about 100 needles in his foot when he did some acupuncture.
I sent
Yeah,
that
I
to.
saw that too. That was weird.
Listen,
That
talk about pain. I've had acupuncture like 8 times on my back before when my back was really sore, and it works a lot. So I thought I'll go get acupuncture, and I've had it on my ankle one time before, and it was fine. But where my toe, where it's sore, it's so thick, the skin there, some of the places, and they have to like use bigger needles, and they have to like push it hard in there. The pain on that was unbelievable too. That was really, really sore that first day when I had the acupuncture all around my toe when I sent you the picture. The guy must have he had like needles in the side of when I was laid down, he had my foot full of needles, and then he started putting needles in my fingers and started moving them around. And you could feel it. I don't know if you've ever had acupuncture.
No.
Oh, it's strange, man. Like they put it in, and what happens, it gets into like your blood vessels, man. And when they move them around it feels weird. It feels it's hard to explain how it feels. But it works. But yeah, it's just it's painful. Hopefully I don't have to like wear some sort of dodgy shoe when I'm playing at Liverpool Masters. That'll be funny.
Well, there it is.
What do you think?
Hope-
What do you think I could show up with? It'll look good.
just duct tape. Just duct tape it all.
Duct tape. Just show up with a big black sock on.
There you go.
Or get
Some guy-
get a shoe that's one size bigger, and just wear an extra pair of socks for padding.
Yeah, there was a guy from Ireland, and we went to Euro Tour one time, and he packed his shoes, and it was like runner shoes, and they were like different colors. He didn't pack his black shoes. Anyway, we seen him, and I was like, "What are you gonna do?" And he says, "Paddy McLaughlin, his name is." He goes, I said, "What are you gonna do with your shoes?" And he's like, "Well, I've asked them, they won't let me. I can't. I've been to the shops. I can't buy shoes anywhere." And we're like, "What size are you?" And he's like, "Well, they won't fit me." So we seen him downstairs, and he had but I seen him across there, and I thought, "Wow, he must have found shoes." Anyway, he wore the trainers that he had on and just put black socks over them. And he was on the TV table. You should have seen the size of his foot. It looked mad. It looked crazy. But he got away with it. He just put a black sock over the shoes that he had, and played his match with it. So
Easy game.
yeah, smart thinking.
Yeah, I guess, right? So, I guess I know that Jason, you were on a bit of a time crunch. We probably got to wrap this up, I suppose, huh?
Yeah, like 5 minutes, mate, and then I'm out. I gotta go pack all my stuff. I've not even packed my stuff. I'm going away for 3 weeks, and I've not packed anything yet. Just
Smart.
because, yeah, no, it's not that, man. I've just been like, do you know when you're like in pain, and usually when you're in pain you can do stuff, but I can't do nothing because I can't get on my feet. So I've kind of been like sat about not doing anything, kind of like trying to practice. I've been in the sauna a lot, trying to like really like massage my feet, and hopefully it does something to it, but I ain't doing that much. I haven't really done that much this week, so that's why I've not packed anything. So now I'm about to go scramble and just throw everything in the suitcase instead of packing it. Nate, you know about that.
Unfortunately. Bobby, promote your stuff one more time. The ladies that are coming up, where it's going to be held at, and then your Facebook page, so everybody can watch all this stuff.
Yeah, the new building. Tell them about it. Hello?
Or not. I think he's
Bobby,
lagging out.
he looks like he's froze. He looks like a snowman.
Well,
Nate,
I guess we're not going to get any promotion out of him, huh?
did you go to that 8-ball tournament?
Which one?
The one that just happened?
No. I've been traveling enough. I'm ready to be home for a little while.
Yeah.
I'm home now until the end of May.
Oh shit.
How's your feet
Called the
feel?
Backroom Billiards Studio.
Sure.
Back being BAK.
Nobody heard that one thing, Bobby.
Back something billiards. Backroom billiards?
Yeah, back on the stream.
Nate, can you hear me?
billiards. No,
Yeah, now we kind of can.
don't see you. Or me.
Oh, me. This is what you get.
Or me.
This is what you get at this podcast, you know. Production level's quite high.
What's
All
up with
right,
it?
well,
It's been pretty
well,
good. Bobby's been a great asset to the stream today.
yeah.
Yeah,
I like how his like frozen picture right now is just him mean mugging the camera.
I can't see nothing. It's just black.
Oh, I got a little mean mugging.
Right, well, Nate, I'm out.
Yeah, we'll close it out there. We'll get him to promote himself in the future. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll promote for him one day, bud.
All right. Thanks for joining,
See you-
Jason. Thanks for
see-
joining, Bobby, and we'll